Well, we didn't have any comments on e-commerce. Let's just pop in there, okay? We'll just kind of pretend. This is just, there's two sections of e-commerce, okay? So e-commerce has a web presence, can I show my stuff? And then e-commerce, can I sell my stuff? So it's almost a different level, if you will. Even like we showed the world with a little line and then the moons and stuff. Like, okay, at what level do you really want people to play, okay? So web presence is very, very simple. I'm going to open up a brand new browser, and we're just going to go into a fun site and kind of pop around for a minute and just play around, okay? So I'm on the main Adilas.biz website, and if I said, hey, show me my web inventory, I'm going to pop into one of the original ones, Morningstar Automotive and Morningstar Texas and some of the different ones like that. So I'm just going to go like this, MOR 03, okay, because I happen to know that that's an old one that had stuff way long ago. Let's go ahead and say, let's go medium, and let's go get all of the dump trailers that are with medium thumbnails. Click, click, click. So this is just a basic web presence. You'll see that you can't buy anything, but if you click on something, you have photo galleries and options, and if you wanted to see something in more detail, you just click on it, and it gives you a bigger picture. Say you wanted to see this bigger picture, or whatever it might be. That's the battery compartment for your dump. Okay. This is basically what we call web presence. We allow you to get in here and control. This is a pre-built website. They can't change anything. They can't edit anything, but they could easily go in here and search. Say they wanted to come down here and they're like, you know what, let's see what we have under our open utility trailers. Just for instance. Boom, 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 boom. You know, whatever it might be. You can click on it. Once again, this is web presence. Inside of web presence, we actually allow different settings. So if you don't want it branded with your logo and some kind of standard Adilas branding right now, you can actually hide some of that. You have to be a little bit technical, okay? And basically what we do is we have this all documented, so your web developer is actually the one who plays with the technical variables. But they come in and they actually can play with different things. Watch this. If I take nav equals show right there, and I change it to nav equals hide, watch how this is going to actually change this whole page. I'm going to hit enter. Click. So now, technically, that's all I have on my page. I don't have any headers, footers, so I can bury this in what's called an iframe. So I can put my own little custom wrapper all around the outside. Say something similar to this, okay? I have a custom wrapper that gives me my brand identity, and it goes all the way around this whole outside, and then I just show this little piece of Adilas data right here. Over here I have a cool little button, so when I click on it, I'm virtually browsing a web presence, okay? But it's, this part is them, so this is them, and this part is Adilas, okay? So that's kind of a small piece of what we call web presence. Now where we started was with big ticket items, okay? Trailers and vehicles and trucks and different things like this. Where some people want to play is actually more along the lines of kind of like widgets and smaller pieces. So just for fun, I'm just going to go in here really quick to some other small little play sites. Say we click on candy, okay? So this is not a big piece, but it's still very similar. I'm going to go back, and I'm actually just going to go like this. Candy with medium thumbnails, go to there. So once again, you can see how once again it's just viewing. This is once again just virtual showing what you have in your items. It doesn't have to be candy, okay? I just happen to know I had pictures of candy. If I wanted to go down yesterday or the day before, we were actually doing memberships and hardware and helmets and stuff like this. Here's harnesses. We didn't put any pictures in them, but technically these are climbing harnesses. You could show them. This is called web presence. That's one piece of the puzzle. If you kind of go to the higher level and you wanted to do e-commerce, then what we do is we take you, instead of saying, I'm gonna illustrate it right here by going to this map. Okay? Okay. So there's two different pieces of the puzzle really quick. You have web presence and you have e-commerce. Web presence, we allow you to control, okay? We call this at the world level. Your world, you get to show it, okay? So you virtually have this little screen here, and you have your little moon or satellite, and your customers can come see this little piece of the pie, okay? That's what we've been looking at right now, whether it's either your general inventory or your services or your stock units. That's what we allow to be shown outside on your little moon or world, okay? E-commerce, we need some control at the universe level. So instead of world, we go up a level to the universe level, okay? We come here because we know we have to have extra settings, kind of additional barriers, if you will, because we're dealing with monies and transactions and orders. And we still allow you to show it, but we need to, this one right here, I can show this under a non-secured environment, okay? So I'm going to go like this. Pretend that this one is non-secured. It's not locked, okay? Pretend that that's a lock. However, e-commerce, we're dealing with money and we have to know e-commerce type stuff. We need to take you under a locked environment, okay? And this is for security for your people, okay? So what we do is we have to kind of play at a higher level. So what's going to end up happening is basically we're going to kind of take you in and show you really briefly. I'm going to take you right here just so you can kind of see the difference. Currently, my address is HTTP. There's no lock in the top of my browser here. This is unsecured, but I was able to kind of see those fun candy pieces, and like I can still browse whatever I wanted to browse, okay? It's not a problem. It's just right there. Boom. It's definitely getting lunchtime. Time for a Snickers, okay? So right now we're currently non-secured. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually flip pages, and I'm going to show you a secured environment where we're going to show e-commerce, okay? So I'm going to go home, and now I have the locked icon in my desktop here. I have an HTTPS, and I'm going to go shop, okay? And now I'm going to jump into the correct one. Once again, there's links here for your web developers so that they can actually get in there and get all of the technical information. How do you actually connect this, and which variables mean which, and how are they doing that? That's meant for a web developer. And then you, once again, kind of consume it on your site. USE 53. Okay, so now I'm in the secured environment. I'm going to go to the same thing. Candy, medium, go get it, okay? We just advanced the ball, okay? So now instead of just seeing it, I now have add to cart options, and it's secure, and there's other settings that are in place. What do I want verbiage? Who am I going to assign this to? Because I'm actually basically, what ends up happening on that same kind of little analogy, this is your world, pretend that that's your world. Here's your basic security pieces. Everything that's in here is done with users and permissions and pages and settings and all this kind of stuff. Anything that's outside of the world that you want to interact, we need to put up small barriers and or checkpoints to make sure things are good to go, okay? Do I really want to sell that? Do I even have it? We call them settings and permissions and different things. But we have a whole nother row of security that we're basically going to be playing there, so that, because basically somebody's going to say, I want some of your M&Ms, I want them from you out here, and I'm going to pay you. So we have to somewhat be able to pierce this secure line. But what we do is we kind of say, okay, cool, we'll let you come in through this way, because this is where we're going to beef up major security and call it e-commerce, okay? Like, it's very important. They can't just bypass your security. They have to come through the portal that you told them to, and you beef it up. Call it e-commerce. Okay, what I'm going to do right here, just for fun, is just show you how quick and easy it is to do it. One of these, two of these, and I really like Snickers, and besides, they're a reduced price, so I'm going to get 5 of those, add to the cart. Click. Basically, you can pop right through here, and you can start doing e-commerce. Start the checkout. Who are you? I'm Brandon at Adilas.biz, and my zip is 84333. Okay, if you didn't know that, you could create your own new account. Once again, this is a setting. Do you want just existing, or do you want to open it up to new? Okay, that's a setting. Sign in, cool, yeah. Hey, cool, here's what you have left, okay? The reason this says climber instead of customer is we were in playing with harnesses and shoes and all kinds of stuff yesterday, okay? Normally that would say customer, that's just a setting. And then it says climber there as well. Cool, continue to shipping, yep. Okay. Unable to find the item number you requested. I'm not able to proceed, okay. On shipping, it probably wanted to know something, because I'll bet you if I go back and check my settings, what's going on is basically there are settings behind the scenes on the universe level. Okay, what are you going to assign for your shipping? item, and it may be that that didn't get done. So that's it. I would just have to, like, if I'm a customer, basically, this is just a play site, and so I have no clue what's actually been set up. I would have to go back and check that particular setting to make sure it's good to go. I'm not trying to make it look like it's broken, but pretend that I'm Adilas admin, way back at the high upper level. Like, I'm actually going to have to log out of this and go into the admin level. We're jumping clear into the upper level. We're going to come in and play with it. I can't even get to it through this interface. I have to go even deeper. Get me clear to the absolute admin tool called Core Homepage, which is basically dealing with different worlds. I then need to go into the use because I need to deal with my use for testing and into my admin settings. And I need to come down here and, oh, I'll bet you anything for this particular company, they have shipping hidden. Okay? Click. I'm just going to, just for fun, or maybe I'll put it under other or something like that. Or I can just turn it on. So basically what happens is you have a bunch of different pieces of the puzzle you can play with. For this particular corporation, they may have shipping completely hidden as one of their items, and so all of a sudden, whoa, I can't. How am I supposed to use that if you didn't even activate it type thing? What I'm going to do for right now, just to finish the demo, is let's go ahead and just say, no, don't worry about shipping, not even worried about it. Save the settings, cool. Okay, so that was an Adilas admin at the universe level. Pretend that the customer is still here and they're playing with this. I'm going to hit refresh, okay, and I'm going to continue the shipping and see if it allows me. Okay, it doesn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit view cart, clear it, start completely all over again. Okay, cleared the cart, continue shopping. Okay, we had 1, 2, and 5 of the Snickers. Add it to the cart. Click. Start the checkout. Click. Brandon, hey, you're still logged in. You never left. Do you want to continue? Yes. Continue. Cool. Here we go. Continue to shipping. So basically what it was doing, it was trying to use a piece that was not fully connected in the background. Okay? So as soon as you get to e-commerce, that's why we add that extra layer of kind of security and pull it at the universe level. Are you really ready to play? Do you have pictures for your items? Do you have, are you ready to play? I'm just going to say, yep, you know what, use the billing and the shipping as the same. Continue. Click. Okay, this is about the last piece of the puzzle. When I do this, this actually takes something that's out on the moon or satellite level and then takes it clear in through the correct passages into your secure world, and then you actually get to process it. Okay, so that's kind of e-commerce. It literally is saying what's secure and what is customer facing, and how do we secure that environment. So I think that's a good little demo and probably a good spot to end for lunch. Any questions or anything, Shannon? We bounced in a lot of different places, but it's kind of funny how it all ties together. We were talking accounting and how things have to be brought to different levels and different things. E-commerce is huge. People want to sell their stuff. Are they selling time? Are they doing this? Do they want to bill somebody on the phone, get it all done, and then later on the person's like, hey, I'm going to go to the online bill pay, and I'm going to pay you. Like, transactions are moving, okay? That's transactions that never even happened, like physical face-to-face transactions. Things are happening. It's interesting. It's fun. People have custom needs. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm really excited to see where it goes. Are there any questions?
Exciting. There are not any questions.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and log out of the admin, and we will go ahead and do lunch.